Hi, Mr. Horse here. It's time for another guitar exercise. This is 1.6. Um, Again, before I show you the exactly how to play this guitar exercise 1.6, I'd like to share one thing one thing with you guys. Over the years, since the beginning of time, or since guitar was invented, and there were people playing guitar. This has been the most fundamental question that guitarists pondered over and over and over. You might ask, well, what is the question? I mean, what's so important? I mean, what is so, fundamental about it? Well, the question of what is the nature, or what is the essence of guitar playing? Okay. I mean, in philosophy, not music philosophy, in philosophy, general philosophy, people ask about this question, which I think a lot of people also consider as the most fundamental one. What's the essence of life? What's the nature of life? What is life about, really? Right? I mean, so what is the true essence of guitar playing? I mean, people want to know, right? I mean, you probably want to know. I want to know. So I've been thinking about this question all my life. Okay. So what is it? What's the answer? I mean, what is the answer? Well, as I said in the first video, I mean, I was born in Taiwan, here in Taiwan. I grew up in Taiwan. So naturally, I was heavily influenced, profoundly influenced by Buddhism. I mean, Buddhism is one of the three major schools of thought in China. I mean, for thousands of years, right? I mean, you have Confucianism, you have Buddhism, and Taoism, right? Buddhism. So I was, I mean, of course, I was also heavily, profoundly, I mean, intrinsically influenced, by Confucianism, no doubt, and to a less extent, when I was younger, by Taoism. But Buddhism, I mean, that is it's everywhere. I mean, that's just, I mean, you can't grow up in the Chinese society without knowing something about Buddhism. So because of this, I can pretty accurately say that my outlook on guitar playing, my perspective or my interpretation regarding the essence of guitar playing is a Buddhist interpretation. Okay, a Buddhist interpretation, because everything is affected. I mean, influenced by Buddhism. I mean, okay, so it's like you put on the lens of Buddhism to look at everything, to perceive everything in life, in the world. So here's the Buddhist eyes, right? The Buddhist glasses, the Buddhist eyes. Now, if you're familiar with Buddhism, I don't know if you are, but the most important thing is the Four Noble Truths. Okay, life is suffering. That's the first one. Suffering is caused by cravings or desires. Okay, that's the second. Number three is the third, noble truth is, well, yes, life is suffering, but there is a way out. Okay, so it's not all, bad. We don't need to be overwhelmed, by depression, by pessimism. We can still be optimistic. And the last noble truth is, well, if you want to, get out of this, eternal, cycle of, birth, death, and rebirth, you need to follow the Eightfold Path. You have to do the right things in order to escape from this, this cycle, right? Become enlightened. I mean, that's when you reach enlightenment. So that is Buddhism. I mean, that's the fundamental beliefs and principles, right? Now in guitar, the Buddhist interpretation of guitar playing is really similar. The first noble truth, the underlying belief is guitar playing. The essence of guitar playing is suffering. Suffering. Now, some people say, well, it's not. It's nonsense. It's not suffering. It's happiness. It's joy. I mean, playing guitar is so. It's so wonderful. I mean, bring you so much happiness. That's true. But before you get to that point, before you can really enjoy, you have to suffer. Practicing is suffering. Especially guitar, it hurts your fingers so much, right? So then, what causes suffering? Why do guitarists suffer? Well, because you have the desire to progress, to become better and better and better. It's never enough. After you can play all the open chords, and you want to be able to play the bar chords, right? That's very hard to play. Very hard on your fingers, right? It's gonna hurt. Takes a lot of practice, to be able to play something decent, So anyway, because our desire, we want to be better, we want to be better than, other people. You want to be better than your friends. Okay. You want to be better than, your competitors. If you are, if you are playing, participate in a competition. So anyway, okay, that's number 3. So the suffering, the cause of suffering is our desire, and when you practice and you can get to where you want to be, not only you suffer from physical pain, the fingers really hurt, also the mental anguish. You just frustrated, angry. Happened to me all the time. In the past, even now. So. But again, there is a way out. Okay, you don't have to suffer. You don't have to suffer. There is a way out. You can escape this. This is continuous internal. Incarnation. The incarnation, right? You play this. You're at this level. You mastered. Okay. And then you're going to go on to the next level, which is harder. That means you're going to have to suffer. in order to get to, the mastery of that level. And then you're gonna move up. It's like an incarnation, right? You're moving. You're doing good deeds, right? Karma, right? You're gonna be reincarnated into a higher, form of existence. Okay, well, so it's like yeah, okay. After I master the first refresh, all the notes, all the chords or whatever. I'm gonna move on to all the third and then the fifth. Going higher and higher. So now, how do you do that? How do you escape from this? This endless cycles of birth and death and rebirth. You have to do the right things. You have to do the right path you have to follow, which I outlined a long time ago in my book on my philosophy of guitar playing, but I accidentally deleted it. Before I save it, so it's gone now. But it's okay. It's all in my head. The right things. How do you what are the 8 right things to do? What's the right thinking about guitar playing? What's the right view? For example, if you do that, if you follow these right path of guitar playing, then you can reach enlightenment. Because when you get to that point, you don't have, your desire is extinguished. You no longer have the desire to be better because you're already at the highest point. When you're climbing a mountain, when you get to Mount Everest, you're not going to say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna climb higher than this. I want to go higher. No, there's no place to go because you're already at the peak. So the desire is going to disappear. And so when you play guitar, it's joy. Now, so a lot of people say, well, hey, wonder or ponder over guitar playing. If you look at this guitar fingerboard, there are frets, you got these fret marks here. It looks like what? A stair, right? So could this be the stairway to heaven? You're climbing up, right? Is this guitar ladder going to take you to help you to reach heaven, or is the opposite? It's a highway to hell. This can be a highway to hell. To some people, maybe, I don't know. It was hell for to me all the time. So, or maybe you have to have both. Maybe in order to get to heaven, maybe before it becomes the stairway to heaven, it's the highway to hell that you have to travel on. If you don't have that, if you skip that process or that step, you're not going to get to heaven. So I don't know. So that is the Buddhist perspective, the Buddhist interpretation of the true essence, the true nature of guitar playing. Anyway, I think I already talked quite a bit in this video, so I'm going to do the actual recording of guitar exercise 1.6 in the next video. Otherwise this video is gonna be 20 some minutes, too long for you and for me. Okay, so I think we'll take a break right now, and then when I come back, I will show you what guitar exercise 1.6 is. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye bye.